So we need to prove that these two pair of triangles are congruent. Okay, so how do we do that? It is quite simple. We have just learned that we have a congruency in which we only require the three sides to be equal so that triangles can be congruent. Okay, so what we do here is proof. In proof, we will go inside the triangle that are being discussed. In triangle ABD and triangle ACD. In these both pair of triangles, first of all we have AB is equals to AC, that is given to us. Okay. Secondly, we have BD is equals to DC, that is also given to us. Apart from this, we have AD as a common line. Length AD is equals to AD. It is common for both the triangles. It is common for both the triangles. So, by SSS congruency, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Okay, by SSS congruency, we have proved that both of these triangles are congruent. Okay, since these two triangles are congruent, that means this part of angle A and this part of angle A are also equal. Which parts? These new green parts. These two parts of angle A should also be equal. What I am trying to say is, if these two triangles are congruent, then BAP and angle CAP are both equal, or you can say that this line AP is bisector of angle A. Okay, so this is we have proved one part of part 3, and we will prove that AP is also bisector of angle D later on. Now next what we have to do is, we need to move in the next pair of triangle. We have to move in the next triangle to determine. Before moving on to the next triangle, what we should do is, we should prove that triangle ABP and triangle ACP are also congruent. Why? Because it will help it will be most beneficial to prove these two triangles congruent, so that we can get the other parts. Actually, we have to do triangle ABP only, na? Okay, then. Okay, that is quite simple. Now, in triangle ABP and triangle ACP. Now, let us see what are the triangles that we are focusing on now. We are focusing on triangle APB, that is this green one, and triangle APC, that is this blue one. We are focusing on these two pair of triangles. So proving these two triangles congruent will be quite easy. Why so? See, in both the triangles, first of all, length AB and AC are equal. AB is equals to AC. Once again, it is already given to us. Okay. Secondly, AP is a common line. AP is equals to AP. It is a common line. And thirdly, you can see that this angle and this angle, this part of angle A and this part of angle A are also equal. Angle BAP is equals to angle CAP. Why CAP? Because since this is the sign of since, let me write down for you. Since triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Since these two triangles are congruent, so by CPCT you can say that these two angles are also equal. So in this manner we get two sides and one angle between them by SAS congruency. Both of these triangles are congruent. Triangle ABP will be congruent to triangle ACP. Okay, so I guess first part and second part are done now. Okay, and I believe there is no more problems in these two parts. Okay, now let us do this. Let us prove that AP bisects angle A, and after that we'll prove that AP is perpendicular bisector of BC, and finally I will prove that AP is bisector of angle D. Okay. I'm moving in a bit so that we can clearly understand what is going on. Okay. Now let us see. Let me make a partition first of all. Big question in geometry are hard to do, are difficult to understand, and more difficult to write out. Okay, you must learn how to write the question correctly to get the best of geometry. Now, in triangle ABP and triangle ACP, we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, as well as triangle ABD and triangle ACD as congruent. Okay, so we have already said that since angle BAP and angle CAP are both equal, why we have proved above. So AP is bisector of angle A. Secondly, since triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, since these two pair of triangles are congruent, that means by CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. By CPCT, this length BP and this length PC should also be equal. BP and PC are equal, as well as we can say that angle APB and angle APC are also equal. Angle APB is equals to angle APC. Now, at point P on line BC, sum of these two angles should be equal to 180 degree. Sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Angle APB plus angle, I let it equals to X, plus angle APC is equals to 180 degree. Why? By linear pair. Okay, so that means X plus X is equals to 180 degree. That means value of X is equals to 90 degree. Hence, see, P became the midpoint of line BC. P became the midpoint of line BC. How so? BP was equals to PC. Secondly, this angle and this angle both come as 90 degree. That means AP is perpendicular to BC as well. Hence, AP line segment is perpendicular bisector is perpendicular bisector of AB. Sorry, BC. AP line segment is perpendicular bisector of BC. Okay. So we have done, only one part is remaining. We have to prove that AP is also angle bisector of angle D. So in order to prove that one, let me take the figure again. In order to prove that AP is bisector of angle D, let me take the figure here and I will explain to you. See, in order to prove that AP is also bisector of angle D, what we are going to do is, we are going to prove that triangle BDP and triangle DPC are both congruent. We did not do this earlier because it was not possible for us to prove that these two triangles were congruent because we did not have sufficient number of equal things. Okay. Now, in triangle BPD and triangle CPD, in both of these triangles, now we know that BD is equals to DC, that was given to us, and DP was a common line for both the triangles. And finally, we have proved that BP and CP are both equal. In this manner, you have triangle ABP. I'm writing ABP again and again. Triangle BPD will be congruent to triangle CPD, and by CPCT, you can claim that angle BDP is equals to angle CDP. By CPCT, we are stating that this angle D and this part of angle D are both equal. Hence, AP is bisector of angle D as well. AP is bisector of angle D as well. I know it is a big question. Okay. In examination, usually all these four parts do not come for the proof. Only 1-2 parts come to the proof according to the weightage of the question. Okay, so don't worry about that, but this is a good question to practice SSS congruency. Okay, we have proved that both the triangles are congruent by SSS congruency rule. Fine. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is, AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangle ABC. Let me draw the diagram for you. We have an isosceles triangle. This is an isosceles triangle ABC, and AD is an altitude for it. That means AD is perpendicular to BC. AD is an altitude for it with AD perpendicular to BC. Let me write down simultaneously what is given to us. In triangle ABC, inside triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC, as well as AB and AC length are equal because ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, we have to prove that AD bisects BC. We have to prove that AD bisects BC. We have to prove that BD length and DC length are both equal. And secondly, we prove that AD bisects angle A. Okay, we have to secondly, prove that AD bisects angle A. Once again, see, this question is superficially similar to the previous question, but in many respects, in previous questions also we had isosceles triangle, there was a bisector, and we proved using SSS congruency that both the triangles were congruent. This is quite similar to the previous question, but there is one basic difference. The congruency used in this question is different from the congruency used in previous question. How so? Let us see. In this particular question, only one set of sides are given equal. Okay, one set of side can be called as common, but in otherwise in both of these triangles, the third side cannot be said as equal because we need to prove that. If we need to prove that, then how can they be considered equal? Okay, so what we do is we apply the different congruency for this time. This time we will apply right angle hypotenuse side congruency, RHS congruency. How so? If you pay attention, if you had paid attention, you will know that these two angles are 90 degrees. That means essentially triangle ABD is a right angle triangle, and triangle ADC is also a right angle triangle. So in triangle ABD, let us make it BAD, and triangle CAD, in both of these triangles, angle ADB is equals to angle ACD. Why so? Because both of their value is equals to 90 degree. How can I say that? Because AD is perpendicular to BC. Secondly, we have hypotenuse. Hypotenuse in both the triangles is, in first triangle hypotenuse is AB. Side opposite to right angle is called hypotenuse. In second triangle hypotenuse is AC, and both of these are equal. It is given to us. And lastly, AD is common side. So by RHS congruency, both the triangles will be congruent. Triangle ABD will be congruent to triangle ACD, and by CPCT again congruent, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. By CPCT you can say that BD is equals to DC. Why? Because they are corresponding parts, and hence AD bisects BC. Also, angle BAD will be equal to angle BAC, same by CPCT. Hence, AD bisects angle AS. Okay, this was a little bit easier than the previous one. The only difference in both of these questions was different congruency used. Okay, we will do rest of the questions from tomorrow onwards. Okay, that's all for today. Have a nice day.